Chapter 2. Jimmy woke with a start. He didn't know the time, but YouTube had somehow gone from camping videos to a Russian girl in a tank top cooking cabbage rolls full of things he wouldn't feed a stray dog. After a moment of disbelief, Jimmy muttered, "What on earth is this?" as he turned off the TV and rolled over. The floor would have been more comfortable, he thought to himself as he fought off aches and pains. Should I just sneak up to our bedroom and sleep there the rest of the night? But he thought better of it. Jessica was a light sleeper, and he'd rather not take the chance. As he fought to fall back to sleep, thoughts of his conversation with Zach continuously crept back into his head. After Jimmy lost track of time running a million scenarios through his head, he finally sat up, rubbed his eyes, and decided to get his day started early. He walked to the kitchen, wondering what he could do that wouldn't wake up an entire house already on the edge. First, he restarted the fire that had burned out in the middle of the night and sipped on his water, wishing he hadn't decided to abandon coffee a few months back. After reading through some Psalms in his Bible, Jimmy then decided it would be best to go into work. It would give him a few hours alone to get some actual work done before the office came to life. After getting dressed in a pair of jeans and a red sweatshirt, he started his SUV and scraped one path of frost off of his windshield. Realizing that the obnoxious noise would give him away, he impatiently waited for his defroster to do the job for him. After a short while, his patience waned, and he began to slowly descend the driveway, hoping that he would be able to see something through the windshield by the time he got to the hardtop. The weather was blisteringly cold as Jimmy made his way down the familiar path into Karst Valley. Karst Valley sat in the middle of Indiana's limestone belt, a stretch of ground that quietly supplied the nation for more than a century. Stone from this region ended up everywhere, from government buildings to universities to monuments. Nearly every state in the country had a piece of southern Indiana in it, whether they knew it or not. Most of it came from the quarries in and around the valley. When the limestone industry slowed, the town's economy slowed with it. For decades, the town never recovered. In the 80s and 90s, a slow influx of modern manufacturing plants began to resuscitate the town. With a population of 40,000 people in Karst Valley and the surrounding area, it was now home to a growing mid-sized city with all of the modern amenities. Shopping centers, chain restaurants, and big box stores replaced the farmland and thick woods that once dominated the surrounding area. As he passed the familiar limestone sign that said, "Welcome to Karst Valley, gateway to limestone country and Hoosier hospitality," he thought more about what Zach had told him last night.
What could this possibly be? U.S. Special Forces making raids inside of our borders? They can't do that. It has to be authorized by the President or Congress. Doesn't it?
Suddenly, his phone started buzzing. Fumbling through the pocket in his hoodie, he prepared for conflict. But as he got the phone out, his heart skipped a beat. "Hello?" "I didn't think you'd pick up this early," came the familiar, gravelly voice. "She made me sleep on the couch last night. I woke up early and before she could choose violence, I left. I'm on my way to work now," Jimmy shot back. "Listen up, Jimmy. I've got a couple more details." "Are you alone?" Zach asked. "I literally just told you I was driving into work. Or did you forget again?" "Fucking concussions, bro." "Yeah, you still need to get those headaches checked out. I've been telling you for years now." "Why don't you worry about yourself? The wife is already up my ass. I don't need to hear it from anyone else," Zach shot back. "What have you got for me, Zach? I'm almost to work." "Well, I still don't know a lot, but something big is happening, and it's coming fast. There's some sort of sickness. It's broken containment, but they're trying to keep it quiet. They're hunting down sick people," Zach said. "What do you mean they're hunting?" "I don't know. I'm just repeating what I was told." "You don't know?" "Sure you don't." Zach started again. "You remember how we always joked about taking on the apocalypse together? It might be time to hammer out some plans. You still got room for us over there?" "Well, yeah, we could make it work. But are you being serious right now?" Jimmy noticed his hands becoming unsteady, and his knees were bouncing nervously as he pulled into the parking lot. My guy seems to think this won't be a long-term issue. If you only knew the half of what you've been protected from, you would probably squirm. But there's nothing wrong with making a few contingency plans. Zach's thoughts were suddenly interrupted. Yeah, Jeff. Give me a minute. Okay. Yeah, 1 second. All right. Let me finish this up and I will get with you. You still there? Of course. Just waiting for you to actually tell me what's really going on. Okay. Well, we don't have time, but if something goes down, we're coming to you. That is assuming that I can get the wife through the valley and past her parents' house. It shouldn't be a problem. I've got the guns and some ammo. You've got the food and water, right? Zach questioned. I've got some chickens, but that food supply I used to have didn't last as long as I thought it would, and I never resupplied like I probably should have. I thought that it would last forever, but feeding kids and having a wife who doesn't believe in that kind of stuff doesn't help. Jimmy was reaching for excuses as the knot in his stomach began swirling like a washing machine. We'll figure it out if we have to, brother. But I honestly don't expect anything to pop off. We made it through COVID. Nothing can be as stupid as that was. Like I told you last night, just keep your eyes and ears open. If you see anything, expect us there shortly afterward. Gotta run, brother. Stay safe. The phone disconnected and Jimmy took a second to make sure the call had ended. Yeah, man, you too.